Hey everybody, this is Randall Cottrell, and some of you know me, some of you won't when this video gets passed around. Hopefully it will. Anyhow, I am here to start making videos that encourage people. Quick story about myself. I've had the opportunity to do whatever I wanted to do. Some people that know me say, Randall, you've done so much stuff, and some of them they believe, some of them they don't really care. However, the reason I'm here is because I've had the chance to do a lot of stuff, and God's been really good to me. And I came to a realization this year. That realization is that you have to master one thing, and not just master it by way of are you making money in it, but master it meaning that you really, really dictate everything you can as a human about that thing that you're doing. So my thing is IT, and not just IT, but I've decided to focus on wireless. Um, I was doing a lot of stuff in IT, made a lot of money, a lot of money. Didn't like the business, but I realized I didn't like it because I was spending my time distracted. I was everywhere doing everything I could, and I wasn't really focused on building this one thing. Um, I decided to really invest my time and money into wireless, smart networks, intelligent networks, location-based Wi-Fi, and things like that. A lot of that you all don't understand. However, the outcome has been tremendous. Um, it's amazing. So I do invest my time in that, and I invest my money in that. And I've only been doing this for a couple months as far as investing into the business. But what I found is that I'm able to say no to a lot of things that would distract me. I'm able to say no to a lot of people that would distract me. And I'm able to really focus on this thing, and I can see the value coming out the way I want it to. And it's not just about making money, because I've made money before. But this is about quality of life. I invest time and money into this thing. I look for returns, and I track those returns, meaning that it's not random activity. What I'm doing is I've hired account spreadsheet people to generate project management softwares for me. I use all the right bank accounts and separate everything. I'm doing everything I should have done a long time ago, obviously, but I'm really investing money into the business and creating infrastructure for the business that will allow it to live on. The layman's terms for this is, let's say you want to cross the street and you want to get there really, really fast. Problem is, you're on a busiest street. Matter of fact, it's the busiest street in the world. There are 900 cars going by every second. And how do you cross that street? When you invest in the business and you invest in infrastructure, you learn things like, maybe I need to reposition. Maybe I'm trying to cross a street that's way too crowded. So what I did was I went down and around the corner to a less busy street. And even though I still had to cross the street, I found there was only 20 cars passing every second. And I said, you know what, that's still a busy street. Let me go to another street. So what I went to was another street with a stoplight. The stoplight represented infrastructure. When I got to that stoplight that had a crosswalk, I was able to walk across the street safely. No distraction, no interference, nothing stopping me or it's going to hurt me or taking me away from my goal, which is getting across the street. I say that to say, everybody, that infrastructure is key. You have to invest in that. You have to stop and not just enjoy the fruits and all that. But if you're going to have longevity, you got to stop and you got to invest in infrastructure. So my infrastructure was the stoplight. It was a way to process the traffic. It was a way to process myself. And that's a combination of how I manage my time, what I'm focused on, how much money I spend in that one focus. And when I'm walking across the street, really important, guys, I'm not on my cell phone. I'm not on my computer. I'm focused on walking across the street. Anyhow, on YouTube, there's this girl in Japan who's walking across the street and she's on her phone and she's looking down at it and doesn't see that a truck is coming. The truck clips her. She walks away. Didn't really get hurt or anything. But all this is to say you have to focus, which you know. You have to spend the time in the right place, which you know. But you have to invest in infrastructure. You have to. You can't always cross the busiest street. It looks like it's going to have the greatest result. Sometimes you can't even cross a secondary street. Sometimes it's the street that has the stoplight that might take longer to get to and might take more time to get across because you have to wait. But there's parameters set there that help make you successful. You have traffic stopped, you are focused, nothing in your way. All you have to do is simply walk across the street now. That's my encouraging video for today. I wrote a little book, everybody. It's called The Audit Method. There's a website called theauditmethod.com. theauditmethod.com. It's a work in progress, but check it out. It represents some of my thoughts and what I'm hoping to go around the country talking about to people, focusing on opportunities. Anyhow,